another video about my watch list. As you remember, like about a year ago, I give you some recommendations based on a method I developed over time. Let's see how it works. Okay. Let's. I want to remind you first how my method works. Actually, it's pretty easy. Okay, it's based on crossing moving averages. So I have an exponential moving average 30. In this case, being on weekly, that means 30 weeks. An exponential average 60, double of this. And when these two cross on the upside, like in here, okay, so the shorter one cross the longer one, this is a buy signal. When it goes the other way around, moves below the blue one, goes below the greenish one, okay, it's a sell signal, okay. So, and I have another singular moving averages 120, just the confirmation. So after I have this cross, I also want to see, for example, in here, if it moves on the upside, after I see the EMA 30 moving above EMA 60, I also want to see it above this moving average. That's a buy signal. Okay. Let's see. So 2, 12, 17. If you remember, that was the day I added all of this, and let's see how they perform. Okay. So the most important time frame for me, it's in weekly. Weekly tells me where this stock it's going. Okay. Shorter time frames, I can make money, and shorter time frames, I buy at the right time, but I need to be very careful when I exit. Okay, because for example, if the stock it's on the downtrend, and I notice a small uptrend, okay, I'm buying, I'm making some money, then run, because I know eventually, most likely, will move down again. So let's look at this FSLR. If you remember, let's talk here. We've been here, okay, in so 2017. We're in February 12th, in mid of February. Okay, I was not looking at the weekly. Definitely, I was on the. I'll put in the description the other video to give you the link to go exactly there to see what was the idea. Okay, what is the methodology? So I was here, and after, what was the, why I expected this to move up? Okay, because after a decent run on the upside, on the downside, sorry, I saw the moving averages trying to cross. Okay, so we're here somewhere. It didn't cross when I said, when I expected. It was on watch list. I told you I'm not gonna buy it until I see the clear sign. Okay, so it touched here, didn't move on the upside. It had a lot of leg down, and eventually here you see, about here approximately, so let's say it's 37. That was the point where I bought it. Okay, I think for me it was something like 39, something in this part here, but it doesn't matter, more or less. Okay, that's the entry point. Okay, so I have a bullish crossover, the small 120, the price is again above this moving averages, which now act as support. Okay, so I made this video when the stock was at 32.85. Okay, actually I made this 3 days after that, so move a little bit. Anyway, 128% gain. I didn't get that much because I didn't enter at 32. It's about 100%, 80, 90%. I haven't even checked. Today I had a big move on the upside. It doesn't matter. That's not the problem. The problem is I had a good entry, and this one worked. Okay, let's look for the second one. VDR. So this is daily. Didn't notice anything. Let's look on 5. It's a pretty damaged stock. When I was in February here, looked like it wanted to go above. Okay, so I look something in between, not 5. I was looking on 3, on the third, because if you look in here, I gave a definitely bearish signal here. Okay, no fake move on the upside. When by that I mean no fake crossover. Okay, and when we were, let's see, February. So here you see that was this move on the upside, and I say, hey, it may move up, it's on the watch list. I'm not acting until it actually see the move. So actually, it didn't do anything until right now. So pretty much this one I'm thinking about buying. Okay, very carefully. Okay, so it finally moved on the upside. Okay, I have the bullish crossover here. I have the small 120 below the price. It looks pretty good. What I'm looking for more, I want to see on the weekly. If I get a crossing over on the weekly, that's pretty much, which means it needs to move about 25. That will be even better. And I don't know how much will move on the upside or not, but this is a good entry, and the chance of losing money, it's lower than going up at any point on this. People say, hey, buy low, sell high. They see a drop in price, they're buying. That's not good. None of these entries are good. Now is for the first time when it's a good entry. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, CRO. Okay, weekly. In February, you know, we're here, and if you look at the video, I say this is a good buy because it already had the bullish crossover. It looks like it's going up. So it went up 107% from the moment. So we're here somewhere around what, 13. So I didn't buy it. I'm not gonna tell you I buy it, but that was a good. I'm checking the method here again, once again, in front of you. I know it's working, but I want you to see if you can find something valuable in this and apply it to yourself. Okay, so this is another good call. Okay, it was already the moving average already crossing, and the continue as expected, continue to move up. PDFs. Okay, this one, it's not going good, not going anywhere actually. So what I was looking on the 1 day, I say we are here in February, and I say it may move down. It looks like it taking a break here. The moving averages are almost crossing. Let's look at this, but again, buy only. I mean, short in this case, short only when moves down. When was that? Or something around here. Okay, say 20. You have something. You already in the money at this point. So that method, okay, worked again. Really interesting. Okay, this one again. If you look at the 1 year video, I say it looks like it's about to make a move down. Okay, and indeed it did. Not very clean. Okay, was in here, say that was the 0.568. You would be a little bit in the money right now, and again, it's not that good. It's not a bad move. Okay, but let's say if I short it, then the short will be something like here. Okay, like 562. Even in this, I may get even at this moment. I may get even, and I want to be very careful because you see this is a small tenant line, and it looks like it's trying to punching on the above. Okay, if it goes like 665, just take the eventually take the a little bit loss and wait. Continues to move further on, re-entry, even if it's at a say 445 or 450, it doesn't matter. Okay, because it's possible, it's very likely to continue in that direction. Okay, so this was a negative example in a sense. Don't touch it. Okay, so we're in February, we're here. This is a huge uptrend. I say I'm not comfortable going into this, but definitely I'm not gonna short it. Okay, and indeed it went up 43%. No regrets about losing this, because you never know, after a long and spectacular move up, it's not good to go way long after the buying signal, which for me was something like here. Okay, 45. That was the moment you're supposed to buy, or even lower if you're looking here, maybe at 34. You know, so when you see this huge moving upside, just forget it. Either go from the very beginning or not, okay? But never short this. This is too crazy, okay? Let's go back. So Starbucks. Again, we're on the weekly, and I say about time. Look, it didn't happen. You know, you cannot call this. I mean, even if you zoom in, but you should never zoom in to say, okay, it was a little bit of crossover, but by the time was the crossover, the price move up. So I never want to do this, okay? So this is still in the watch list. It could move down from here, okay? So it's look again. That was another stock when I say don't touch it. Okay, it's crazily up. Anything can happen. Actually, didn't move too much. 294 up. Don't touch it. Okay, either move, enter here, or forget about it. There are so many stocks you don't have to go on to obsess about one single one. Okay, ESV, that I was looking for a move on the upside, okay? And I think this is what, weekly? I don't think it was on weekly. One day, no. I know exactly, look, see, I'm pretty sure this is the time frame, 3 days, okay? So we're here, yeah? They're above the cross, okay? It didn't happen. So I didn't buy. I mean, I was not planning to buy anyway, but let's say the method didn't give me a fake buy signal. It's still on the watch list. It's still in here. Okay, looks have another attempt right now. It has another attempt to move on the upside. I'm gonna see this really cross on the upside, then I'll buy it. Okay, so BRF. This definitely I was on the 5-week. Look at the video and I say this is a good buy, and indeed was a good buy. This is a vector. This is the Brazil small cap, so don't expect something spectacular. You know, this is like SPY or Triple Q. You know, these are not individual stocks. This is the Brazil market. Okay, went up 24%. Again, the method I'm using give a good signal. Okay. Okay, let's look at this one. This one, I was not very impressed. Definitely, I was looking on the 3 days. Yeah. So we are here in February, and I say, yeah, maybe move on the upside, but it's too noisy for my taste. I wanted to forget about. However, right now, I mean, right now it looks like even on weekly, which is really impressive, really good for me. That's a good signal when I get a look. It's a bullish move on the upside. So most likely, 100% sure, most likely this will continue to go up. Okay, so the trend has changed. Okay, what about this one? Huge, beautiful uptrend, and we're here. Signs of trouble. The moving averages are flattening, and I say we may see a move down. If you see a move down, like a crossover, then short it, okay? It didn't happen. It didn't happen right now. They pinched the small 120 pretty heavily, but no, not the SMA, the shorter SMA, the 30 weeks didn't go below the SMA 60. So watch it, but don't short it yet, okay? This guy weekly, I think it's 3 days. Yep. So we're here on this one. I don't think it was 1 day. No way. Okay. So in February, again, what I noticed, they're flattening, and I say maybe we can see a move on the upside here. It didn't happen. Okay. It didn't happen. It could still happen. But the good thing, again, I'm glad that the method didn't give me a fake buying signal. So keep on watching this. So pretty much that's it. That was the last one. I'm telling you, I'm very impressed with the method, how it worked particularly for the stocks, you know, because I'll be honest with you, it gives me like a rate of success is like 60 to 80%, which is fantastically good. Okay, but in this case, it went like 100% in sense when it says to buy, and if the signal was buy, then was good, was indeed moving on the upside, when the was a sell signal indeed went on the downside. Okay, so but it's usually doesn't go that well. Okay, so this is like 100% success in this case. In other cases, I give a fake signal on the upside, then I have to sell it because it continues the move on the downside, or the other way around. On the shorting part, okay, it looks like it's a good short, moves a little bit just to give those crossover, then immediately resume the move up. Okay, but doesn't matter, because if you use the same amount of money and you have 6 out of 10 rate of success, okay, or 8 out of 10, you will gonna beat the stock market. Okay, so let's leave it here. Please leave a comment, and I'm gonna make another watch list, which you can see, for give you something to think about for the next 3 things or months or even a year. Thank you guys. Bye.